Why sun and moon live in the sky. African folktale of the Fik people of southeastern Nigeria, retold by Lisa Benjamin. Long ago, sun and water lived on the land together. Sun was a bright ball of light, and water was made of flowing streams. Sun and water were good friends who enjoyed having long, friendly talks. They worked together to help plants grow. They helped each other too. Sun kept water warm during cold days, and water gave Sun plenty to drink when he was thirsty. Close read. Analyze descriptive language. Underline details that describe what sun and water look like. Sun often visited water, but water never came to see Sun. One day, Sun said, "We're such good friends. I've been to your house many times, but you never come to mine. Why is that?" Water answered, "I would like to visit you, but your home is small, and I am so large. There's too much of me to fit. If only you had more room." Close read. Visualize details. Highlight words that help you create a mental image of how sun and water help each other. This made Sun feel sad, and his light dimmed a little. He thought for a moment and then said, "Maybe there's a way to fix this." Sun went home to his wife, Moon. She was a bright ball of light, too. When her husband returned, Moon smiled broadly, and her light shined all over. Close read. Analyze descriptive language. Underline details that describe how Sun's appearance changes as his feelings change. Broadly, widely, and openly. Sun said to his wife, "I want to invite my friend Water to visit us, but our home is too small for him to fit." Moon replied, "Maybe we could build a bigger house." "That's a wonderful idea," Sun said. "Let's start tomorrow." As he grinned at her, his light grew bright again. Close read. Visualize details. Highlight words that help you create a mental image of Moon greeting Sun. The next day, Sun and Moon worked together to build a new home. They collected many stones and spread them out in a gigantic rectangle on the ground. The stones formed the foundation for the house. Next, Sun and Moon went into the forest and cut down trees that each stood more than 100 feet tall. They used wood from the trees to build enormous rooms with towering ceilings. Close read. Analyze descriptive language. Underline details that describe the rooms in the house. Foundation. The lowest part of a building that forms its base. Finally, they used mud and clay from the ground to build a sturdy roof on the top of the house. The roof stretched out as far as the eye could see. Sun and Moon's new house was taller than any tree, bigger than any mountain, and wider than any valley. "This should be large enough for your friend Water," Moon declared. Close read. Visualize details. Highlight details that help you create a mental image of the roof. Sturdy, strong, and solid. Sun went to see Water and told him about this new home, and Water gladly agreed to visit. The next day, Water arrived at Sun and Moon's new home. They invited him to come inside, and Water flowed into the house. There was more than enough room for him to fit. Close read. Vocabulary and context. Underline the context clue that helps you understand the word invited. "This is lovely," Water exclaimed. "Would it be okay if I invited my family too?" Sun said yes, so Water's family came to visit too. Included were all the animals that live in the sea. There were tiny fish with glittering scales and huge sharks with razor-sharp teeth. Ghost crabs with sand-colored shells skittered in sideways, and in swam worms with soft, squishy bodies. Close read. Analyze descriptive language. Underline details that describe some of the sea animals. Scales. Small, thin plates that protect the skin of a fish. Other animals came to join them. They were all the creatures that live on land. In came brown bears with dense coats of fur and tall, spotted giraffes with long, graceful necks. More and more animals arrived. The floor shook as massive elephants stomped into the house. 8-legged spiders crawled in too and quickly spun silky webs in the corners of each room. Sheep with fluffy white coats gathered together. As they called to each other, they made such a noise. Close read. Visualize details. Highlight details that describe how the elephants moved. Use these details to create a mental image. Massive. Very large. When all of the family had arrived, they took up a lot of space. The level of water began to rise. To make room, Sun and Moon moved from the first floor of their house to the second floor. "All of my family fits," Water said. "Would you mind if I invited my friends too?" "They are most welcome," Moon answered. "The more the merrier," Sun said. Close read. Analyze descriptive language. Underline details that describe the sheep. So, Water's friends came to the house too. They were all the people of the world. Thousands and thousands of them came through the door one by one. They walked around the house and made themselves comfortable. As more people began to arrive, the water level rose higher and higher. To make room, Sun and Moon moved from the second floor of the house to the clay roof on top. Close read. Visualize details. Highlight details that help you create a mental image of people arriving at the house. Numerous people continued to arrive. So many of them came that they filled both floors of the house. Water began to rise from the second floor onto the roof. There was no place for Sun and Moon to sit. Close read. Vocabulary and context. The word numerous means many or great in number. Underline the context clue that tells you numerous is used as an adjective in the text. So, Sun and Moon left the home they had built together and moved up into the sky. They had plenty of room in the sky, and Sun and Moon have been there ever since. During the day, Sun looks down at his home. He shines on the animals, the people, and his friend, Water. Close read. Analyze descriptive language. Highlight details that help you create a mental image of Sun in the sky. How does this mental image deepen your understanding of the tale? At night, Moon takes a turn, and her silvery light spreads across the roof of their house. She is very happy to see how much the people and animals enjoy the house she built with Sun. And this is why Sun and Moon live in the sky. Close read. Analyze descriptive language. Underline details that describe how the moon shines at night. Fluency. Read paragraphs 19 to 23 aloud with a partner to practice reading with expression. As you read, pay attention to the dialogue and the different speakers.